guess if I name you, I guess I got to name me too. Let's focus on this team. Let's say they get both these guys. Let's have some fun here and say they get both these guys. What's the starting lineup looking like for you? We'll start with Kevin. What's the starting lineup look like with Dragic? Does he come in and start? Does he come off the bench? What about Markkanen?
I think Dragic comes off the bench. I think your starting lineup would look like Luka Doncic, Tim Hardaway, Dorian Finney-Smith, Lauri Markkanen, and Kristaps Porzingis would be my starting lineup.
So you're not starting any. You're starting Markkanen then with.
I am
with KP.
I am.
Interesting. I was about to say you're almost not starting any of the new guys. They're all coming off the bench.
Yeah, no, Markkanen would be the one guy that I would put into the starting lineup. Again, this is based off of me assuming the best with Porzingis, that he can be the true five that he wants to be, both offensively and defensively, and Markkanen, being at the power forward position, being a stretch four and shooting the ball from the 3-point line in that way.
Isaac, how do you see it, the starting lineup? You thinking that Markkanen and KP can start together?
Yeah, I think there'll be a little. I do think they can start together for sure. I think it'll be a little different too, regular season compared to postseason, especially like closing lineups. So I think Reggie Bullock will get a lot of minutes. Depending on will he start, will he finish games? I think we could see a Reggie Bullock finishes games more, than he starts games. So I want to say that Dragic, I think I agree with Kevin that Dragic comes off the bench to start the games. I think you're definitely looking at Tim. You're locked into Tim, KP, starting with Luka. I think those three are locks. Then you're looking at Dorian. I think it's matchup dependent then. Like, I think Dorian's almost the fourth lock in that. And then you're looking at Markkanen. You're looking at Reggie Bullock. I tend to lean Reggie Bullock in that to where you're starting.
Are we sure that Kid is going to be in love with Dorian as much as Rick Carlisle was?
You almost have to because of the roster construction.
But what about Bullock?
Well, I mean, you got to have more than one. So
that's what I'm saying. If it comes down to just a Dorian versus Bullock debate in the starting lineup, is Jason Kidd going to be as enamored with Dorian as Rick Carlisle was?
I think he'll start with Dorian first, and Dorian will have to, I think in some ways, I don't want to say earn it because I think he's earned it in a lot of ways already, but prove to Kidd that he's still the guy that the Mavericks organization still believes in, because, you brought Bullock in as a guy who can, at 6'6", shoot the ball from the 3-point line and defend, and he doesn't get played off the floor either. So if he comes in and shooting the ball at a better clip than Dorian Finney-Smith, and he's a better defender, I could see how folks may say, well, we can exchange, or interchange Bullock and, Dorian Finney-Smith in and out of the lineup together, depending on matchups or whatever the case you may be. So I think that would be the one position or one tandem that could be as interchangeable as any when it comes to the starting lineup.
So, yeah, and so I think I leaned the opposite with Markkanen and Bullock, to where I think Bullock would start. I think Markkanen would come off the bench with Dragic. And then you're looking at a bench unit of you have Dragic and Markkanen coming off the bench together. Jalen Brunson, trying to think of who else would be there at that point.
Maxey would probably still. Well, I guess if you traded Maxey for Markkanen,
like if Dwight's gone, if Maxey's gone, so you're looking at Sterling Brown coming off the bench.
Mm-hmm.
Josh Green, there. So
that man Trey Burke's still running around,
Where? Running where?
I'm just saying he's still there.
Charlotte?
He's still on the roster, so he's out here hooping in pro-ams. I don't know if you saw him out here also, hooping on pro-ams, so
all of a sudden, if Dwight gets traded for Dragic, and if Maxey gets traded for Markkanen, like all of a sudden your big man rotation is KP, Willie Cauley-Stein, Markkanen, and Boban. And Moses Brown, unless he goes with Dragic, but I think he will. Right. So
yeah,
that's all of a sudden your big man rotation.
You kind of got your, like, Willie would be your role man at that point. It would make sense of why they brought Willie back, because okay, well, if you get rid of Dwight, now you at least have another guy who can roll to the basket. Boban's your big, situational big. KP's going to play a lot of the 5. Markkanen can play the 5 in second units if KP's not out there. So